Yeah. Hi, Philip. Should I say good morning or good evening?
Hey.
Because it's 12. I think it's 12. Exactly. Okay,
Yeah, it's
wait.
midnight right now. It's midnight,
Alright.
of course.
Almost 12 a.m. So I'm going to tell you Happy New Month because we are almost, we are still in the 1st of July anyway. Happy New Month.
Yeah, happy new month. Happy new month
So,
to you.
yeah.
Happy new
Thank
month to everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate your presence. It's very, 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 very helpful. Thank you. So we are still on our book reading now. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, don't mind me. I'm quite exhausted, but I just have to do this. I just need to be committed to what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
even me, I am
I just need to be committed.
it's okay.
Okay, so it's all about let's help you read to encourage someone out there to read because I believe knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So
Yes,
we are still
definitely.
dealing on Grant Cardone, dealing on the book called sell or be sold. Sorry, sell or be sold. Yeah, sell or be sold. So last week we
Follow me
discussed
soon.
about selling. So I'm gonna just bring out the points, some point from what I read um few days back, and I believe next week we're gonna round up the book. It's not really easy anyway. You know, you have to do this and do that. You still have to read. So I
Of course.
just thank God for God
Of
anyway.
course.
So um, the first point I got was talking about prediction, that we have to a business as a business person you should know how to predict, and he was saying something that you have to be dedicated to you have to be a dedicated student to gain the skill of prediction. And
Mm,
talking about dedication, he was saying that you have to be observant as a business person. You really need to be
of course.
observant because if you're not observant, I don't think you can predict what will happen,
Of course.
what will happen in the next. Let me say, sorry, I don't think you can predict the future of your business, like what will happen
Mm,
like in next hour, next 3 hours, next 4 hours. So he was trying to let us know that we have to be observant for we to be able to predict whatever we're doing in our business. And the second point I got was talking about we have to we have to buy our products. Seriously,
yes.
I got to this point, I was so amazed because I'm not really the kind of person that knows how to buy my product. But this time around, I think I need to buy my product. I have a sister-in-law that she's into film production. The way every time she wants to do this film for herself, she wants to, at the point I was like telling her, calm down now. You are not even married. Then when you get married, do more. So she is so in love with what she's doing, and I noticed that for you to sell your product very well, you have to buy that product. I noticed that she has the passion
Of
for
course.
what she's doing because if she doesn't have the passion, I don't think she will even want to produce more frames for
Of course.
herself. You know. So, and the third point was that it's not about the price. It's not about the price. It's not about the product. Most of us focus more on the price, but we don't focus on more on what we can offer. So
Of course.
the price we are giving should fit what we are offering. If we are giving
Mm,
like 50,000 naira, we should ensure that we are giving that person what that 15,000 naira. We shouldn't just call the 50,000 naira at the end. We're not giving that person that particular amount of what that product was. So we should focus more on the product and not the price. That is number three. And number four, it talks about communication. We should communicate and not talk.
yeah.
I remember then when I was working in my previous office, and a client walks in and he wants to take passport, and now he's coming for a visa passport, and now they have different kind of visa passports. So you're supposed to ask the person, are you going for US, are you going for Canada? Okay, if you're going for Canada, are you going for the
Yeah.
BRO, or because it has different measurements. And at the end, when you don't explain that, when you don't explain it to the client ends up just getting a Canadian passport, and he goes to the embassy, they reject it and tell him that this is not
Yeah.
Canadian passport.
That's
So we should
what.
learn how to,
Mm,
for us to avoid trouble, we should communicate to our client rather than talking to them. Let them know that you have to, like, as an event planner, and I have a studio, I should let my client know that if you don't select your pictures so time, I don't think your job is going to come out when it's supposed to come out. It might come out later. If you should select your picture on time, it's going to come out on time. So, and lastly,
Yeah.
you said something about buying the mind of your clients, like buying the mind of your clients. You have to buy their mind. You have to buy them.
Mm.
You shouldn't just look at the pocket, but buy their mind, because once you buy
By
their
their
mind,
mind.
I'm telling
Mm.
you, they will even give you more than what you're saying. But
Yes, become customers for life.
yes, yes, that's true. So you should just try to buy their mind, and for you to buy their mind, you have to have a good attitude. Learn how to talk. Learn how to be, you know, you should be able to control that temper of yours. Even when they reject you, try to put on that smiling
Mm.
face. That's forever welcoming attitude. Like you are okay with whatever decision they make, but just try to make them go with your decision. That is just it. So um
Of course.
from what I said, I don't know if you have anything to. Definitely, you have something to
Okay,
add.
so let me start from prediction.
Okay.
Grant Cardone says if you do something, if you do your business long enough, after a while, you should be able to predict the next outcome.
Yeah.
Meaning that if I keep selling to one person, if I keep selling to women, let's say, if I sell to a particular woman, if I sell to a particular woman, I sell to another woman, I sell to another woman. After a while, I should be able to predict exactly how a woman will react as soon as I get go to meet her and then I tell her about my particular product or service or whatever it is you're doing. So scholars call it unconscious competence. After doing something long enough, after doing the same thing over and over again, you just develop a sixth sense. You develop a competence for it. You develop a some kind of I'm going to still use competence, but you develop it at an unconscious level because most of your customers they are going to be asking for the same things and they're going to be asking mostly the same questions. So you should be able to predict if it's a man that comes to you, what he wants. If it's a woman that comes to you, what she wants. You should be able to predict that. That's what Grant Cardone says. And at the aspect of first of all being able to buy your product or use your product, it's kind of a sense of and from the book Sell or Be Sold, uh, it's kind of sell to yourself first. If you believe in your product, other people will jump at it. If you love it, other people will love it. Definitely. You will always find people that love something that you love. You always find people that have the same interest that you have. So first of all, it's you first. Buy into your product. So it's not really like oh, everything you sell you must buy. Everything you sell you must be able. It's not really about you being able to buy, but you having interest that you can actually buy that's your product. You can actually buy it. So probably if you are selling materials, they're not saying you should buy all the things you are selling, but the thing is, you should be able to have so much enthusiasm that you can buy it. If it comes to that, if it comes to between using what you have and using something else, you say no, yours is preferable. So if it's okay for you, then you'll be able to sell it. If it's okay for you, if it's wonderful to you, somebody else will buy it definitely. And he also says that if you are selling something or if you are in a business that you don't really like, check it. You will not be making money in that business. If you are in a business that if you are selling something that you will not buy, you will not make enough money in that kind of business. If you are not enthusiastic about what you are doing, you will hardly make a sales. That's what Grant Cardone says. And I find it very interesting. If you love what you're doing, it will fly. If you love what you're doing, people will love what you're doing. If you love your goods and services, other people will like it. And this is where it enters, it's not about the price, it's about the product. If you love it so much, you'll be able to see the value. You'll be a little bit upset when somebody doesn't buy it because you feel like the person just missed out on a very wonderful opportunity. And it's not really about the price, I was reading a book on persuasion and pricing. A lot of people, they tend to associate high prices with value. Same item, if you same t-shirt, let's say same t-shirt, one of them is probably maybe 300 naira. Same t-shirt, 300 naira, and another one maybe like 10,000 naira. People will say, okay, that one that is 10,000 naira has more value than the one that is the same t-shirt. Imagine that. Just because the price is different. So it's not really about the price. You should be
Yeah,
able to look at your product and be able to say, okay, this is a right price. If somebody were to offer me, and it's not really about escalating your prices out of proportion. You should be able to be you, the seller, you that is in the business, like studio, for example.
just like so,
It
just like
should be,
the place I normally produce my enlargement. One thing I love about the
yeah.
man is the way he sells his product. Like, it's just, how am I going to put it? He has this manner of, he doesn't really look at the money. He wants to give you
Mm,
something good. Like, he wants to
value,
ensure that he gives you that maximum satisfaction. Just like when he
of
produced, there was
course.
a frame he produced for me for some, let me say, for some time. I noticed that, like a month or 2 months, I noticed that it was having some problem. So I had to take it back to him. He was like, "Oh, madam, sorry. What are we going to do? Kai. Okay,
Mm,
don't worry. Just give me, I'll see what I can do, and I'll fix it." Do you understand?
wonderful,
The way
wonderful.
he approached the issue, if he asked me, madam, that it's belong that if you can add something, I will be willing to add, because of the way he accepted the fact that this thing was
Of
wrong.
course, of course.
He did this thing without collecting money. Like, I was so amazed. Even see, sometimes there's some things he just, some job he will produce on me. I won't really like the job, but when I remember his character, the way he attend to me, he's always smiling, he'll be
Mm,
gisting.
yeah.
So he has just bought my mind, and I'll be like, sometimes I just sit.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So it's actually more about gaining the customer than making the sale.
Yeah,
Because if you have a customer, the customer will buy more than once. It's called the second sale when it comes to marketing. It's called the second sale and the third sale. If someone has bought from you the first time, it is you have more than 50% chance of the person buying the second time, the second
that's
sale. So you should try as much as possible to keep the customer than you are trying to make the sale. Keep the customer, and then let your prices be good, but don't escalate the prices. It goes back to, you should love the price yourself. And if that same price was offered to you, it would be worth it to you. Definitely worth it. And then don't start selling yourself cheap. Don't start saying, oh, people will buy when it's cheap. People don't usually like buying cheap things. They tend to associate cheap things with inferior or knockoffs, or what they call fake materials. Fake items are cheap. So it's not about cheap, it's about value. It's not really about the money, it's about the value. If the price is good, people will buy if they see the value. And if you see that same value, you should be able to buy it at that same price you're offering. So you
that's
offer
true.
at value. And then you should be able to probably sell things at the right price that you love. And when your customers use those things, they should be able to come back and say, yes, I got it at wonderful value. No matter the price, your competition can be selling at a lower price, but they want to do business with you. Not really because of price, but because of the value you give to them, not because of
Because
price.
there's some occasions, like there's some occasions that after, maybe after rendering service, and I didn't give my client that 100% satisfaction, I myself, I feel so bad,
Yeah,
because I just imagine if I'm in their shoes, how would they feel? So
mm,
next time I'll just try my
exactly.
best to I make sure, like, there's something when Grant was talking about being able to predict, observing. He said something like trying to observe your
Yeah.
errors and put them down. And before I read this book, I just something came to me. Then when I was covering an event, now, if I should make any mistake, I should be able to have a book I call my mistake book and put those things down. So
Wow.
that next time I will try
Wow.
my best to not to repeat that same thing. I think it's
Avoid
going to
those
help me
mistakes.
grow.
Yeah.
So if I can feel bad that I'm not giving what I'm promising, imagine what how my client will feel. So I think
Yeah.
what from what you're saying now, it's really making sense. So we are good to go. It's
Definitely.
great.
So you see that a lot of customers come back to rebuy because of probably a smile. Probably because of a smile, just a smile. Somebody was warm to them. You see, in this country where there's a lot of hardship going on here and there, and people can come to your shop, people can do business with you, and they are happy, they are relaxed. They might just want to do business with you just to be happy. That's all. People just want to be happy. So they might just come there just because at least somebody will smile at them. Not really for the price, not because it's cheap or anything, but you provide value, you give comfort, and you attract them. You see, most of the time, what is actually in vogue now is attraction marketing. You attract your customers, and your customers will drag in. They call them secondary customers, the customers that your customers bring, or the customers that your customers refer to you. It's not really about price. It's not, oh, that place is cheap, go and buy it there. No, no, no. It's that place is reliable, and the people there, they treat their customers well. So you
That
get
is
the
true.
second sale, you get the secondary customers. Your customers are referring you because they are happy with you. So you have to understand that it's not about price. It's about satisfying your customers. It's just about making them satisfied, making them happy. And when you are selling something that you believe in with all of your heart, and don't sell things you don't believe in. That's one way for you to just mess up.
That's
So if you are selling something you don't believe, that's fraud. You don't like what you're doing. You might not be defrauding them, but you really don't believe in it, and you are selling it or you are engaging in it. If you are not passionate about a particular product, if you are not passionate about a particular style of business, then find something that resonates with you.
but Femi, is it possible
It's
for you
not
to
compulsory.
is it possible
Yeah.
for you to let me say for instance, like I do hear this I do hear this that most makeup artists they don't like putting on makeup on their face. So is it possible for you to now to be a makeup artist and you don't like putting on makeup on your face, but you still love that thing you are doing, you still have passion? Is it possible for you to say you have passion for that thing and you don't like putting on this
Okay.
makeup? But you like
So
putting on
for
your face?
makeup artists,
Yeah, I'm just using it as an
now
example.
most makeup artists, makeup is a service job, and people like to see, I think for makeup artists, people like to see catalogs of what you have done. They like to see the works you have done before. Now, as a makeup artist, you might not be putting on heavy makeup. There's heavy makeup and then there's
Yeah,
light makeup, so you might be putting on something light. It's okay, but you can't be putting on heavy makeup and be going around, because you are more like a workman. As a makeup artist, you are more like a workman, so a catalog can help. A catalog can help you in that aspect. Then light makeup is also okay for a makeup artist. Now, in patronizing yourself, as a makeup artist, you should be able to do your own makeup. I know a lot of makeup artists that just look in the mirror and do their own makeup. They do it great. They do a great job when it comes to doing themselves, doing their own makeup. So yeah, that's also good. But the bottom line is, do what you love, do what you
that's
believe in, and you'll prosper. You prosper in doing what you believe in. You'll be happy. You make your customers happy when you are doing what you believe in. If you find yourself dragging your feet, if you find yourself that probably you used to do good before, but you're not doing good anymore, It's probably because you've lost some sense of belief in what you're doing. It's probably because you don't really like, you're tired or you are bored with what you are doing. It doesn't give you that drive. You're not really happy about it anymore. So you're not even making your customers, you're not making yourself happy. It's not making your customers happy. And then your sales is declining. You see, when you see your sales declining, when you see your income declining, check your belief in what you're doing. Check, you see that you are
Not
actually losing
not
enthusiasm
just
in what you're
that's
doing.
why communication comes into play. Not just your belief. I think that
Yes,
communication is very, very important, and also buying the
yes,
mind of the client, very, very important.
definitely. Now, in order to buy your client's mind, you have to be very enthusiastic. You have to be very excited about what you are doing. And if you are not excited, if you're not happy with your products, then you're not going to buy anybody's mind. So the
That's true.
first person's mind to buy is your mind. You have to buy your own mind first. And then once you are
How
one,
possible?
then you'll be able
How
to buy
possible
every
can
other person's
but
mind.
how possible will it be you going to this stuff that you are going to a business you've not yet should I say you've not yet commit your mind into that thing you are doing. Is it possible for you to go into someone that your mind is not there?
Of course, it's possible. People do it all the time. They do it for the money. They see one of their friends, probably their friend is doing something, he's making some money out of it, and they jump in. They want to do the same thing their friend is doing. They want to make money out of it. They don't even like it. They just want to do it to make quick money. And probably my friend is selling bags and shoes, and she's making money. Wow, 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 let me sell some bags and shoes. And you don't like those things. You don't like talking to people. You don't like putting things on your WhatsApp status. You start doing it, and then you see it's not working for you because you are not sold out. You're
Yeah,
not
that's
sold in. Yeah, but your mind is not there. It
too
works for
fun.
her,
You
works for
are
your
trying to
friends.
sell. You see, it's just like you are trying to sell when you don't have anything to sell out. You're trying to you are selling what you can't even sell out because you have to
Yeah,
have something.
exactly. You're pushing yourself into something that you don't like doing, and it will not work for you. It worked for your friend. You'll be asking yourself, okay, why is it working for my friend? Why is it not working for me? The bottom line is you don't like what you're doing. You have to fall in love with what you're doing. You have to like it. For others to like it, you have to first like it. You first. You first. So yes, I recommend the book Sell or Be Sold. I recommend it a whole lot. It has so much insight. If you want to sell, Grant Cardone says selling is a part of everything. Relationships, somebody has to be selling somebody on an idea. Probably you are trying to sell your boyfriend that you guys should get married quickly, or and selling is a part of life. You are trying to sell
If you
your.
don't have a good attitude, I don't think that guy is going to end up with you. Do you
Yeah,
understand?
but people with bad attitude are getting married all the time. Why is it that you with a good attitude, you're not? The thing is, you selling yourself. Yeah, you're selling yourself. Now you have been working a job and they've not increased your salary. You should be able to sell to your employer that you deserve a bigger salary. You know, I- Selling is a part of everything in life, and I greatly recommend, if you have not read the book Sell or Be Sold, you should get a copy. Read that book, Sell or Be Sold. It has so much insight on, and there were some parts I read that really triggered me, and I loved it so much. And I think after a while I'll go back again and re-study the book from beginning again. It's amazing. It's
I
an
think
amazing book.
you should hold that maybe next week,
Next week.
next time,
Okay, okay, no
maybe you're gonna
problem.
forget. Don't worry,
I'll
say
bring that up. I'll bring
my
that up. It's a personal. That's my own personal experience, and it has brought some light. I've read the book. I've read the book like 2 or 3 times, but I see that anytime I reread the book, there's
but for
something
me,
actually
from
happening.
you, I seem to be a fast reader. How do you manage to read like I remember then when I would give you a book, not 2 days, when I'm done with the book, I'll be like, I don't understand. You see that you don't have anything you're doing. How come? Now you've read it like twice, like 2 times. I don't understand. How do you come
How do you
about
read? How do I
it?
read so fast? Okay, the thing
You
is,
read
there
it
are
so
two
fast.
types of yeah, there are two types of readers. There are people that read the book. You try to read by what they call it now, by sight. Let me put it that way. Why some people are auditory readers. We read by hearing. We like to listen. Like me, I am an auditory reader. I like to be listening to the book while I'm moving, while I am doing other things. So I have a voice reader. So you just go to Google and type in voice aloud reader. You download voice aloud reader. You plug in your book and you read the book. You can finish a book, one book in 2 days by reading
Yeah,
it in your
that.
ear.
I think I tried it, and you were advising me to do that. I think I tried, and I was able to read just like 2 days. I was able to read like, I think I'm almost done with this book just because of what I'm trying to pursue and all that. I'm almost done with the book. It just remains to
Very
complete
good.
because yeah, it's really really helpful. But one thing
Now,
about me is that when
now
I'm reading, I love being with my book and my pen because I need to jot out some things and maybe go back.
jot down a lot of
Yeah,
things. Now
yeah.
the thing about using an auditory reader is you can easily quickly finish the book and then come back to the book again. So if I were to give you some advice, and you like to jot down, you like to write down points, my advice would be use the auditory reader, go through the book once or twice, and then by the time you are coming back the third time, you can start jotting down, you can start reading slowly and writing down. But by that time, you have already gone through the entire thing once or
Oh.
twice before. So you have a fair knowledge of what you're
Okay,
doing.
so Philip, we're almost done. Before we go, I
Okay.
have a question to ask. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't really go with the idea of Grant Cardone saying that he's not going to employ someone that don't that can't buy his product. So if you have someone
Mm,
that is good in that field, and you
mm.
know that the person is good, so you're not going to employ the person because the person the person is not willing to buy or dispose to buy your products. Is that do you think it's a good idea?
Of course, it boils down to belief. Mm? If you don't believe in the product, you can't sell it, no matter how good you are. And if you are selling a product you don't believe in, it's fraud. You are defrauding people because you don't believe in those products. So why employ fraud when you can employ when there are a lot of people, you can employ people who believe in the product, love it, believe it. And
What
it's remember I
what I'm trying
said,
to say, you might actually believe in that product, but
okay,
but you wouldn't want to like let me say buy the
buy it.
product. Yes, but you might actually believe in the product, but you don't want to buy the product. So
No, I
can
believe
you still
that's what I
employ such?
said. Okay, now I can employ somebody who would, under all circumstances, under normal circumstances, buy the product. I'm not saying they should just buy it immediately, but if it comes to using this or any other product, let's say I am a manufacturer of probably a particular cell phone. Or let's say I manufacture Mercedes Benz and I am employing engineers, and I would rather employ engineers that would buy Mercedes Benz than drive BMW to the office. So the thing is, I'm not saying you should buy the product immediately, but if you had a choice, you would use your own product. That's the kind of engineers that we want. That's the kind of salespeople that we want. That if it comes to between the products that we are using here and any other product, you would say, okay, no, let me use our product because I believe in this product. I'm selling it to you because I believe in it first. I know this thing will work for you because I use it. I'm using the same product, so it will work for you definitely. But when someone asks you, okay, are you using it? Like people that sell insurance, people that are selling, people that are working in bank probably, and they say, okay, do you have an account in that bank? And they say, no, 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 I have an account. You are working for Access Bank, but you have your account in Zenith Bank. And then somebody says, okay, do you have an account there? And then they say, no, well, my account. People will not. You see, a lot of people like following people. Huh? That's business. People like following people. So when you tell somebody this thing is good for you, they'll ask you, okay, are you using it? And then you say yes. Okay, yes, I'm using it. See what he has done for me. See what he has done. People like that taste and see. Come and see thing. Come and see it. I'm using this. It's working for me. People love that. Not you go. You are telling them go and join this. It's a go and join this. You that is the marketer, you are not using it. Why would I want to employ somebody that I know that has already started failing from day one? Huh? From day one, he has started failing.
I think
Why
I'm
would I
going to
want to do that?
accept. I think I'm going to accept what you said because seriously, if I'm not, if I should employ someone that can go buy my products, I don't think the person
Mm.
will help me help others to buy my products. So I think I
Mm-hmm.
look for someone
Exactly.
that is able to buy my product because I can remember then when I
Of
got my
course.
the job I got, I was like, I don't really know much about photography, but when I started when I got the job, I was into the job. I fell in love. Every time I go to the
Mm.
office, even there's no client, I want to take some pictures. I want to post. So I noticed that I started falling in love
Exactly.
with this thing, And I was like, sometimes a client was like, Frida, you don't post again now. You post your pictures that used to make us come to see. So wow. So this my picture used to make people come to the studio.
Exactly.
So I think seriously, you should buy someone. You should employ someone that is willing to buy your products,
That
even if it
will
has the benefit
exactly.
he or she has. So Philip, I think we are good to go today, and I believe
Thank you.
next time you're gonna um, end this book, and I want to encourage you guys. It's not about I'm a Christian and I pray a lot, but your prayers cannot go a long way without you reasoning, and you cannot reason with an
Yes.
empty knowledge. You have to have something added to reasoning. Even David Obey, I love that man so much. If you prayer without reason cannot go anywhere. So you have to have something out there to reason
Of
out.
course.
Because if you don't have something out in your head, I don't think you can reason out anything. So I think you should try to read. It's very very it's very very helpful.
Definitely.
It's not all about
Definitely.
praying. Try to put something inside your head.
Be
You don't need
knowledgeable.
at stake
Yes.
because when your mind is at stake, your existence alone it's at stake. You see some people thinking somehow. You just see their thinking because they are still below, they are still far from that knowledge they ought to achieve, they ought to receive as a person. Just like one day I could remember somebody saying, this Philip said, this boy, this guy be like person they read too much. I was just smiling. Because when I feel they do like person they read too much. I say, how you don't say they read? The way it talks, the way it acts. So reading will help you, the way you
Yeah,
talk, your attitude and everything is gonna change your mentality towards a lot of things that you think
definitely.
you are doing right. So I will encourage you guys to do it. So if you want to join us to encourage people, you can just chat me up and we are good to go. So
Read.
if you have a word, just a word for someone and pray for somebody and we are good to go.
Okay. So not finally because I'm still going to be here
Yeah,
by God's
definitely.
grace next
I'll
week.
have to send
Yeah.
you into the business.
I'm sold already. Don't worry, I'm sold.
Thank you.
Now, my word is, if you want to transform your life, if you want to change your life, you have to increase in knowledge. You have
Yeah.
to increase definitely in knowledge. The Bible says, "Be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind."
Wow.
If you are going to become a greater person, you are going to become the best that you have to be. You have to imbibe new knowledge by reading, by studying things that people before you have written down. People who are successful, they have put down their knowledge in books. And if you are going to be super successful, you have to be a consumer of knowledge. Just go crazy with knowledge. Study, study, study. And after 1 year, after 12 months, you see that you have gone far, far, far from where you have been. There's a place I went to buy books, Calabar Shopping Mall. I went to Calabar Shopping Mall at the front of the shopping mall. There was a guy selling books there. I bought, I think, two books that I was looking for a while. But I looked at the seller of the books, and I looked at him, and he asked me some few questions, and I told him, "Have you read this book that you are selling? If you read it, not just selling the book, if you read the book, I guarantee that the next time I come here, you will not be here.
Wow.
I guarantee." So people, everything you are looking for is inside one of the books that you will read in this lifetime. And I pray that before you leave this earth, you would have read that book that will transform your
Amen.
life. Amen.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Wonderful.
so
Wonderful. Philip, thank you very much. I really appreciate your support and your
thank you
and
very much.
time. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God
God bless
bless
you
you.
too, boss.
And for your wife too, seriously, she's so supportive. May God bless her. Because it's not easy. May
Amen.
God bless her.
Amen.
Whoever
Thank
she
you.
is, God will bless her. Seriously. And keep
She's,
giving her
although
hope and
she's in
that
the
best
room.
wife. So Philip, we are good to go. Don't go.
Thank you very much.
I'm ending this the live video. But just wait. I have something to ask you. Don't go yet. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.